Good morning. I know I keep saying this, but I definitely owe you all a house tour, and I'm very sorry that I haven't done it just yet, but I have been so incredibly busy and I just feel like there's a few things that I still want to fix up before I'm ready to kind of show you the whole place. So that is slightly on hold at the moment, but I do have some more updates for different parts of the house and a few more things to unbox today. I've got some new furniture, I got a new lampshade for my office room, and plenty of things are going on here because I am really just trying to get it right so that everything feels really, really nice. And it has actually been fun kind of curating some nicer pieces this time around. I feel like previously I've just been really, really strict with my budget, but this time I'm kind of allowing a little bit of a lean towards getting some really pretty pieces that I could see myself keeping for a really long time, and then having some other pieces that are less statement items and more just like necessities, like good storage and things like that. So I have a lot to share with you, and I have a real lot to share with you because I ended up booking an overseas holiday, and that was completely unintentional. I'm just going to put you guys down so I don't have to carry you, but that was really not my intention when I started talking about the anniversary trip. So it's Jazz and I's 5-year anniversary, if you missed the previous vlog, and that's in August because I actually met him just before my birthday when we first ended up meeting, and now it has come around really, really quickly, and also it's my birthday on the 14th of August. So I really wanted to kind of combine us just going away for a weekend somewhere, and thank you guys so much for everyone who either DM'd me or put comments under the last video with a couple of your suggestions about it. So Dalesford we actually did go once before for an anniversary, and I can honestly say it is so incredibly beautiful there, and I would have gone back, but I feel like we'd kind of already done that little part of the world. So I wanted to do something different, and I'm all for regional travel. I absolutely love going to the Vic High Country. I think it is so beautiful, and there's tons of hikes and cute little bakeries and lots of sort of relaxing activities you can do. Even just reading a book by the fire sometimes is absolutely it for me. But this time we ended up booking a tropical holiday, and instead of looking at Hamilton Island, I ended up looking at the Cook Islands. So we are now going to go to the Cook Islands for a very last minute overseas holiday, and I'm lucky I kind of have a lot of summery clothes already because I've not really even sort of planned anything in terms of outfits or like where we were going or anything. But if you know much about me, I've traveled to 42 countries in my lifetime, and I absolutely love traveling. It's definitely a passion of mine to go and see other parts of the world and see how other people live and kind of do something that's a little bit culturally different and just aesthetically different to what we're used to in our daily life. And the Cook Islands is definitely it. It is so beautiful, and I don't know, I just think it looks absolutely amazing. And it really wasn't that expensive for what it is because Jetstar flies there. So if you're in Sydney, you're in luck. If you're in Melbourne like me, you're not, because you've got to fly to Sydney or to Auckland first, and then that connects you to Rarotonga. But I will hopefully bring you guys along. Let me know if you do want me to vlog when I'm there. Otherwise, I'll probably just do full-on downtime. But I do think it would be pretty cool to show you a little bit of an alternative holiday idea, because the flight that actually gets you there is only 5.5 hours, I think. So in terms of traveling from Australia to get to, like Bali or Thailand or any of those other tropical destinations, it's pretty good and it's pretty close. And at this time of year, it's supposed to be their high season or peak season, which means we're supposedly expecting some really beautiful weather. So fingers crossed that it turns out to be the gorgeous tropical holiday that we're after. But we're going to do 2 of the islands, Rarotonga and Aitutaki. I think that's how you say it, but I'm really sorry if it's not. And it just looks so great. So I'm very excited to give you that little update. But for now, I'm actually thinking I might do some baking. I'm just in the mood for it. Baking for me is like meditation, and I do have a little bit of a range that I wanted to show you. So I might just grab them out of the pantry and we can do a little quick baking of some cookies together. These are the ones that I'm going to make. They're from Mount Elephant. It's their double choc whole food cookie mix, and they are vegan and gluten-free, which is perfect for our household because I'm lactose intolerant and Jazz is gluten-free. So I'm able to cater for both of our food intolerances with this beautiful little cookie mix. And all you have to do is add 2 ingredients. It says it takes 5 minutes prep time and it'll make 12 cookies. So I'm gonna make these. I do have some other items for the range and I'll pop them on screen now so I can show you. They are all Australian made and they are nutritionist created as well. So very interesting if you are into making some kind of whole foods and having them sitting on your counter as little yummy treats every week, because I certainly kind of love doing that. And since it only takes a tiny bit of time, it's so rewarding to just be able to have some fresh baked goods in your house, and that is what I'm gonna do. So let's make these cookies together and then I'm gonna get into the rest of my workday. These are all done now and ready to pop in the oven. I ended up making 12 in total, so hopefully they don't spread out too much and they all end up fitting on the tray. Cookies just popped in the oven and they have turned out perfectly. These look so good. I can't wait for Jazz to get home so he can try one. It's finally sunny for the first time in what I want to say is weeks, and this is the beautiful northern orientation I get in my backyard. So today is the perfect day to finally start my DIY project, which is doing a little bit of a painting for the main room. I just need to go down to my office and grab the paint that I bought from Bunnings the other week. So I got 3 different color matched paints to go with the bedding scheme, and they are all in little sample pots. So I just order those at Bunnings because you can get them for around about $5 to $9 each, and that meant that I could get ones which I think are pretty spot on for matching with our bed cover and some of the feature pillows and things. So this is everything that I've got at the moment. I have this canvas from Kmart, which I bought on special. I did have it in my old bedroom, but this print isn't really going to work in our new space. So what I want to do is just paint over the top of this, but I did think to keep it because it is the perfect size and it already has this beautiful oaked frame on the outside. So I've just got some masking tape, which I'm going to tape over all the edges to protect them. I got a paintbrush and I've got my 3 sample pots. So I'm just going to open up the back and I will pop this down on a bit of a drop sheet so I can do the first coat of white paint over the top of what's already there. Definitely means I need to change though, because I know sometimes I stress you guys out by doing little DIY activities in outfits that are definitely not meant for them. So this time I don't want to ruin my new jumper because it's this really pretty fluffy white jumper and I just got this from H&M. So let's try and keep that white and I will just put on some activewear or something instead. Turns out the picnic blanket was full of water because I accidentally left it up here over on the barbecue area out in the rain the other night. So that is now over there on my chair just drying away. So instead I've just put the canvas raised up on a little box underneath. So that should be fine for the first coat, and then next time I'll be able to put the drop sheet underneath just to protect the decking. Stage 1 is now complete. That was just the white Dulux Lexicon quarter, and that was basically just to cover up the existing painting, to be honest. So that's done a pretty good job, but I'm thinking I don't maybe need to wait entirely for that to dry to go ahead and do the hog bristle over the top. So let's just go ahead and apply the second color as well. Stage 2 is finished, and this is kind of what I was going for. This is one from Temple & Webster. As you can see, it's $390, so that's why I'm giving it a go myself. It's called the Lambert Framed Canvas, and this is what I'm trying to recreate. So now I need to add on the dark coloring as well. Okay, I am all done and I don't know, I'm pretty happy with how that turned out actually. I think this might look really nice in the bedroom and it is pretty bloody close to that reference image. I know it was only a simple abstract painting, but that is exactly why I wanted to do it, because there's no point paying almost $400 when you can just use an old $20 canvas and about $30 worth of paint, and I have come up with this outcome. So now I'm just going to let it dry in the sun and then hopefully I can hang it up later if it's dried. I've just brought it inside on the same crate to dry because I'm absolutely paranoid about it blowing over and putting paint everywhere. So I am really happy with that. I can't wait till Jazz gets home so that I can show him. I do have to show you what I did to the office, because if you're anything like me, you're just never ending with redoing spaces and moving things around, and I just really wasn't satisfied with where the office was at. So I've done a little bit of reorganizing and I actually think this layout is way better, and that's what made me buy the piece of furniture so I can redo the storage. So I just want to show you through what I've got now. I have to show you guys this beautiful little home decor find. I actually bought a stool for under my alternative work desk, and unfortunately it didn't work out, but in the same store they had these marble bookends, and it's just from Early Settler. They're normally, I think, $79, but they're currently on sale for $59. And they also did have some in a few different colors as well, like green marble and things. But I just thought, what a beautiful way to display a couple of books and a really unique piece of home decor. So now when you first enter the office, I've got the little storage cubes that I had, but I am going to put a new piece of furniture there because those are just looking really messy, and I actually got a few new projects in with work. So now I have the money to spend on a proper storage unit, so I will just sell those on Marketplace. But I did get these little fake branches just off Amazon to put in my vase here, because I thought maybe I don't always want to have fresh flowers, because I usually have the flowers out in the kitchen. And that is a little timer and my card and tray that I showed you last time, as well as this piece of art. But the biggest change is I ended up moving my chair into the corner here, so you'll have to excuse this box, but I did buy a stool from Early Settler as well, and it just wasn't good. It didn't kind of match anything, but I've now put the chair and the lamp over in this corner next to my desk, where I sort of had the corner desk set up before. And now I have my desk over here. So I've actually ordered a cable tray from IKEA that clips onto the back of your desk. So I'm gonna have that really soon to do. And I also took off the giant pendant light because it was way too big for the space and it really wasn't my aesthetic. It also did have a yellow globe in it. So at the moment I have just changed out the globe for a white one, which is much more conducive with a office working environment. And I'm just waiting for the new shade to arrive so that I can put that up. And I also got an extra piece of art here, which I have just put on the fireplace. And this one was just from Urban Road, but I honestly can't say I recommend them because it was quite painful getting it here. It took a really long time and the print wasn't even trimmed to size, but it is a very beautiful print. It's of Surrey Hills, and I just thought that was really, really pretty and suited my little architectural office. And now on this side over here, I have put the second desk. So I've just put my tile plinth there with a little bin, my filing cabinet. I did buy the stool to go under here, but I've ended up just getting a different one, which is this one from Kmart. And then I've got the artwork, my lamp, and the little book sort of bookends actually over there. And then I've got my coat rack on the back of the door. So that kind of gives you the lay of the land in the office, and that's why I got that new storage unit to go here, because it's just going to tidy up the entire space. And the intention of this second desk is for days when I'm sketching and drawing floor plans that I've got a little bit of extra workspace. But I also am considering getting a interior designer to work with me part-time. So maybe watch this space. I will be looking to employ my first person to help me out with the business. Now I need to make some lunch because I'm absolutely starving. So platter lunch it is. This is one of my favorite times of day in this new house. In the lounge room, it's so beautiful. You get a bunch of filtered sunlight coming in from the north as the sun's kind of going down. But I have just sat down to do our weekend meal planning. So normally what I do is I'll look on Pinterest, and I've got a couple of recipes on different fitness apps and things that I do. And I have just started to write down a couple of different meal ideas of stuff that I want to cook for this weekend. And then tomorrow morning I will go to the market and I can go and do my normal shop. So I've kind of been doing a little bit of a split between getting meat and vegetables at the markets, and then I go to Aldi or Woolworths or Coles to get the rest of the things. So that's kind of what I've been planning out. So I think I'm just going to take a little bit of time now to have a look through everything and write down a couple of meal ideas. This is what the new shelving unit looks like, and that is just a massive improvement to that corner. I wish I kind of did that initially, but it was on sale, so I got it for a lot off what the actual retail price was, and that's why I went ahead and changed it up from the existing little shelves. So I am really, really happy with that. I think it completes my office now and just looks a lot tidier to be near the entry. Last thing left to do will just be to sell these two little units on Facebook Marketplace, but hopefully they go pretty quickly because I've already put them together, so that makes the job easier for someone else. That's it from me today. I hope you guys enjoyed spending the day with me. Jazz has just poured me a lovely glass of wine, so I'm going to settle in for the evening and I'll catch up with you guys in the next video.